In last class, we are seeing about what is meant by wave and what are its types, right? Now we have discussed about the wave properties or behavior of any waves. In this, we have to be seen the 7 different properties of any wave. That is, first one, the reflection, the refraction, interference, absorption, and now diffraction, then polarization, and then dispersion. Now have to be seen what are the behavior of an waves. First one is of what? Before going to that, all waves behave in a certain criteria in of an statistic or a characteristic of an waves. They can undergo of what? Refraction, reflection, interference, absorption, polarization, and dispersion. These basic properties define the behavior of a wave. Anything that reflects, refracts, diffracts, interferes, or are called as of what? The labeled of a wave or a properties of a wave. First, we go through the reflection property. What is mean by reflection of a wave? First, the properties of a reflection of a mirror are also followed by a wave. Here we have to be taken that of a note when wave bounce back. Here what happens in the reflection, we see of what? When a wave bounce back. What it means? When wave bounce back. We are all seen in the light property, right? We are already know about the in the property of an light, that is the refraction. What it means? The property of a reflection of a mirror are also followed by a wave. When a wave reflects, the angle that will be of what happens? The incident angle is equal to of a reflected ray. That will be applied here also. That is the wave property of an reflection is the wave property of a, it is also a wave property. Then come to the refraction. Here we also seen that when wave slow down and changes the direction. Here what happens? In the light there is a divergence will be occurs, but in the wave property what happens in the refraction? When wave slow down and changes the direction. Changes of what? The direction. This is the another property of a wave. And come to the interference. What happens in the interference? When wave affects each other. What happens in the interference? Wave affects each other. It means of what? That means when two waves traveling, when two waves are traveling, what happens? There is a in a different direction meets or they combine and energy will be released in that region. What happens? The two waves will be traveling in a different direction or in a different direction that can be meet at a point, and the energies will be combined and forms interference patterns. What happens? There will be forms an interference patterns, that is called as of what? Interference of an waves. Then come to the absorption. When a wave contact with a medium, that will be called as of what? The property of an absorption we called. Here what happens? when a wave can be contact with a medium. The property of a absorption is also followed during a wave motion. Absorption is when a wave comes contact with the medium and causes the medium's molecule to vibrate. That can be vibrate at that time. This vibration absorbs some energies and away from the wave, that is the less energy of an absorption will be reflected. And come to the diffraction. What is mean by diffraction of a wave property? Waves when be bent. Here also, as like as the light, here the waves also, what happens when the propagating time of a wave, that can be bends. That is the one of the property of a wave, that is the diffraction. When the propagation time the wave can be bends, that is the diffraction we called here. What happens? The phenomenon of spreading of a wave bends when it encounters the obstacles is called as of what? Diffraction. Simply we called of what? At the propagation time the wave that can be bends is called as a diffraction of a wave. And then come to the polarization. What is meant by polarization? When a wave oscillates in a one particular direction, it is called as of what? Polarization of an wave. What happens when a wave oscillates in one particular direction, that is called as of what? Polarization of an wave. What is that? When a wave oscillates in a one particular direction, that is called as of what? Polarization. Polarization is a property applying to the transverse waves that specifies the geometrical orientation of the oscillations. In linear polarization, what happens? The field oscillates in a single direction. In a circular polarization, the field will be rotate in a constant directions or a circular constant directions. Those are the properties which we have to be seen as the polarization property of an wave. At last come to the dispersion. See, in the light, the dispersion is means of what? Breaking into a component colors, like when white light will be splitters into the 7 colors. But in the waves, what happens? There will be a motion of a wave in any phenomenon, oscillation associated with the propagation of an undivided. What means? Undivided waves at the speed of the wavelengths will be separated. That is called as of what? Dispersion we are called. Here there is the 7 types of properties of a wave can be seen. What is that? Reflection, refraction, interference, absorption, diffraction, polarization and dispersion.